Call the meeting to order. There you go, your minutes. We will begin by, do we just accept the letter of resignation from Hannah Whitehead? And welcome Tom Perry as a new council member. Tom, congratulations.
Thank you.
We will start with approval of the May 12th regular meeting minutes. They've been presented to you, and if there are no changes, corrections, additions, anything like that, we will move forward with them as written. No trouble? All right, thank you. We did, no treasurer? No. That's what I thought. Clerk's only. Okay. Treasurer's reports. We did receive treasurer's reports. Department reports?
So I did it again this time for separating by geographical location and run it by station number or truck number. There was for Medic 2 truck, which is Oakland City or East Side, 95. The Princeton truck, 158. Medic 4 truck, 100. And looks like I didn't print off Medic 5. But if you go by geographical location, there was 282 runs in Princeton. There was 33 runs in Owensville. There was a total of 70 in Oakland City and 72 in South Gibson. We took 83 transfers out of Deaconess Gibson Hospital from the ER or the fourth floor. Total amount brought in for May was $48,955.64. We've been having issues with the Epic system, getting the insurance information when we don't have it. So I think whatever they finish getting the fiber optics put in for the internet, that will be a lot easier for the girls in the office to get that completed. Gibson was contacted by the Indiana State Department of Health, and we're considered Region 8. They are doing a grant called GROW for Indiana Rural Health Transformation. Indiana is pushing for all EMS services to have MIH, which is Mobile Integrated Health, or a community paramedic. A lot of services around here already have those. This grant is 100% funded for 5 years. They want this to improve access to care, outcomes for chronic conditions, expand use of technology. They want like telehealth. Whenever we go to somebody's house, we can contact a doc and get them prescribed stuff, and they want us to do point-of-care testing, like the flu, strep throat for adult and children. Any kind of testing that can be done, like urine sampling for UTIs, things like that, to not only strengthen the rural health care, but also prevent the 911 calls that are not needed and the ER visits that are not needed, putting a strain on the local ERs and your local EMS systems. It also will conduct fall prevention for homes with people we have a lot of falls. So we would go in and do a fall prevention and conditions of the house and assist them and educate
I've got just on a personal note, you folks came on a call and saved my brother. Got to the hospital, and I just want to say thanks.
We appreciate it, thank you. Our crews
You
do a
guys
lot.
did a real professional job.
Yep, always have.
Thanks. Our crews train
Yep.
a lot, so they work really hard, so I appreciate that very much. I hope he's doing okay.
He didn't make it,
I'm sorry to hear that.
but he made it to the hospital. So thank you.
Yep.
Stephanie McKinney, Gibson County EMA. Sirens are due to be delivered today, between 10 and 2, so they're called out now. Getting 10 pallets, I don't know if that's all of them or how that's gonna work, but I've worked with, the highway garage and, Myers, so we have staging set up out there. Currently, in line to receive 6,800, for hazmat, and that's gonna go to LUPC, so it will help with cost for any first responders needing, hazmat-related things and supplies. Have received a $10,000 grant from Duke for first responders and preparedness. Just received the information from Christie. You guys have received $23,232 for salary reimbursement. Due to receive $6,247 for the closeout of the SHSP grant. That total was $149,600 that the county received. And with that money, was able to purchase 32 portable radios for fire, EMS, law enforcement, and EMA, 8 mobile units, 17 mics, and 8 pagers for EMS. And have received $24,302 in a federal grant for the mitigation plan.
What's the plan on replacing the sirens? When will they start replacing them?
The electrician will be in tomorrow, and the plan, talked to commissioners, we're thinking maybe start with the east side first, since we've had, those have been a little troublesome.
Are we gonna stop fixing the old ones since the new ones are here and
They will not be stopped until everything has been completely replaced. So if they're working on those over there, we wanna make sure everything else is still going. We don't wanna stop any of that. And there are components, and some of those sirens can be reused. And we can sell parts, or sell the sirens if other counties wanna purchase those. But the other thing that we looked at when they did a study was an additional siren placed near South Gibson High School, Gibson Southern High School. So it should integrate with this system since it's the same company. I think we need to look at doing that. I'm not sure what the cost is for that, but I think we ought to do that to have extra coverage over that area since it was recommended. Anything else?
Julie, would you check to see if that microphone was on? I got a message that it's not picking up.
It is now. Good morning, everyone. Julie with the Gibson County Health Department. I gave you guys our numbers for May. Do you have any questions? Okay. I have a few things to report on. Diane has officially retired from the Health Department as of June 3rd. We had our little party on May 19th, and she's now traveling all around. So we do have a new nurse. She didn't start when I wanted, but she's coming here in the next few weeks. So we're working all that out. She'll be contacting Logan and getting everything set up. She's going to be a good asset to our community. I have been, to go along with Erica, I have been working with our region on the GROW grant, which she told you what it's about. It stands for Growing Rural Opportunities for Well-Being. It is the 5-year statewide program, transforms rural healthcare access, technology, and workforce development. We've been meeting weekly or sometimes twice a week. I've been meeting with the region to work on this. We did an asset mapping for our needs in the county, which is access, transportation, all kinds of things. And it helped us determine what we needed and who is working towards them. Each entity applying for the grant had to fill out a primary subrecipient cost worksheet for 2 years, so I submitted that along with a letter of intent. We are going to put in place a community health worker for this. They can help with fall prevention, blood pressure self-monitoring, chronic disease prevention, et cetera. The cost, personnel for the person, salary, fringe, benefits, travel, supplies will all be supplied with this grant. So our region was a little bit over budget, like $9 million, because Vandenberg, everybody's in that, so they have to do some cuts. I cut a little bit, but ours is around $245,000 for the first 2 years. So it's extra money to help our community. We don't want to miss out on these opportunities, so to make a difference. So that is why we agreed to, Dr. Brink, myself, our board, decided to get on this GROW grant, so you guys know. We are having a baby shower this Saturday at the Princeton Library from 10 to 11:30. It's for expecting mothers and also mothers with children 6 months and under. They can get all kinds of resources. It's going to be there. They can win things and just get diapers and things to help the needs of the children. So we also have implemented VaxCare now into the health department as of May 20th. And that will, I'm going to give you guys a little update, Tom, so you know what it is. I had brought it up before, but it's a care delivery platform designed for us to automate and manage vaccines, insurance verification, and billing. It functions as a buy and bill system that it eliminates upfront costs and administrative burdens. So it's going to cut back on the vaccine money that I need for the county to supply. So they supply everything, and then they reimburse us for like our admin fees and all that. So we will be able to see a lot more people with different insurance companies and also Medicare. Our elderly like to come in and get their flu shots. It's quick and easy, and it's just whenever we can't take those insurance companies, it's kind of a burden on our community. So this was an overall better decision for us because we can't always get set up with all the insurance companies, and I don't want to turn people away that want to get those vaccines. So that was another thing that we had done. Also, we are selling the camper. We haven't used it. I know it was used during COVID, but we haven't used it but at the fair for the last 3 years. So we use it once a year. It's just sitting there. There will be I can't remember how Jason had it together. I had it on my sheet, but it will be sealed bids. They're going to advertise, and it can't go below $14,500. So we will get something out of it, and then we can use that to go towards our building if we need it to use for that. We did also, I'm just updating you guys because I haven't been here for a couple months because I was sick. So our SOFR team that we put together was about suicide, overdose, fatality review. We got money from the opioid settlement. We are going to be sending out a brochure to every resident in the county that has information. It's a positive brochure, but it's to help family members or those who are in need. It has positive things on it. It gives our statistics for the county on overdoses, suicides. Also, it gives resources because people don't know where to go to if they need help. So, and we've gotten a hold of and partnered with Southwestern, Deaconess, Tulip Tree, everybody. So we put everybody's information on this brochure so everybody knows where to go. So I think that's a big need to use that for that. I haven't updated you guys a little bit on our ARPA funds. Jackson Street, that project's going along as planned. The bids were all sent out. They've received bids now. June 16th at the commissioners meeting, the 445 commissioners meeting, and they'll talk about those and present that. The ARPA meeting is immediately following at 6 o'clock. Anyway, the ARPA meeting's immediately following, so that's going along. Our building, we talked about purchasing the Main Street building, but that building, what he wants and what we've got the first appraisal for isn't lining up, plus it's gonna need a new roof. So I did talk to Stan, they have another building over on 8th Street, that we're gonna go look at. I looked at it already, it would be perfect. I don't know how much he's gonna want for it or anything, so I'm still kind of working to be able to make sure we get to use this ARPA money and then the money we have from our HFI funding to go towards this building. So I just want to give you a little update. Sorry I took so long, but you guys have any questions on anything? Okay.
Do we need to take one of these up?
Thank you.
Do we need to take one of these up? Probably.
Good morning, Matt, Highway Department. We've got a lot of projects going on. Tulip Tree Drive. Tulip Tree Drive. Tulip Tree Drive, most of the deep patching's done. That needed to be done before Toyota shutdown week. Toyota shutdown week is when we'll mill and pave all of Tulip Tree. That project's going well. 100 East, that was the, what we call the Toyota grant. Koberstein has started the dirt work and work on that to add those two signalized intersections there at 350 South and 500 South. That's going well now. County paving, we were going to want to start before the Toyota shutdown week, and it's going to be an after. They want to come in and try to get it all done at the same time instead of jumping back and forth. So all the county road paving projects will start after Toyota shutdown week when we get Tulip Tree done. Bridge 73 federal aid project, that is to be let September now. To be completed, I think by April is the completion date on it. Chip seal, we're gonna start a little later this year. The distributor truck we ordered back in, I wanna say August last year, supposed to be here in March. Now they're saying, then they said May, then they said June, sometime in July. We will still be able to get all our chip seal done, but just not at the right timing we'd like. And then I've got two superstructure replacements, getting ready to go out for bid. That's a bridge on Old 41 north of Princeton, and then down by Crawleyville. The tire room relocation at the highway department, we're adding on a small section of the highway department to move the tire room out there and then build small offices in there for all the different crews. That bid is opened Tuesday at the commissioners meeting, so that'll get started. I got a box culvert on 450 East, north of 64. That project's been slated for a couple years. We're gonna get it finished. I want to tell you guys about our work order system. We started using the work order system in our asset management software that we have. I just looked this morning. We basically started using this system in March. So in March, April, and May, we've logged 660 work orders completed. All the guys are really liking how this work order system works. It is nice because even commissioners have access to it. They can see what's going on. I haven't really trained them on how to look through and find everything yet, but it's a web-based system that I can give access. If any of you would like access, I can also give you access to it and see what we have going on if you're interested. I did look, I redrove all the roads last month, and from August when we drove them the first time to when I drove them last month, we went from a 7.2 Payzer rating to a 7, which is expected in the winter months, because we're not doing any, preventative maintenance or anything like that. I expect the roads, and that's why I want to drive them every 6 months. I want to see how bad my winters are, and then what we do in the summers, how we're, what our road network's doing. So that system is getting ready to have something for the work orders to give more information on the work orders completed, more of a summary type thing. I think that's going to be really good. So that system is going to be updated soon. We did attend, there were several of us attend, 9 of us attended the IX conference up in Indy last week. Mark Tooley, Robert Orr, and Derek Cole received their road builder certifications. They get a certificate and actually get a hard hat. You get to walk like a graduation style thing. You go up and get all that stuff. I got my master road builder certification. Right now that's the highest that they give certification wise. I've got several other guys started on the road builder certification. and it takes years to get. It takes a while. It's 300 credit hours is what it takes to get it. It's 600 for master road builder.
Get feedback from the speaker.
We did start a new employee yesterday, and then we have a new one starting the 29th. That'll be the replacement of the 2 retirees we had. I think one of them was you, right? One was Tom. So overall, mowing, that's big on our list right now. We finished spraying poison hemlock. We did the south side of the county for the 2nd year in a row. We're looking at changing our spraying operations a little bit for next year, if we can. But mowing's the big one right now. Like everybody mowing their grass. We got 912 miles of centerline miles to mow. It takes a while, but it's all going pretty well. Crack sealing's done. We finished in the south area. We did a semi-loaded crack seal. Over 45,000 pounds of crack seal went down. I think we did roughly 30 miles of crack sealing this year. So I do have a maintenance map. It'll be a PDF version I can email to you guys. It'll have what our paving, chip seal, crack seal, what all our plans are there, where we're going. Since I'll have an email form, I'll include you guys on the email to see what the plans are there. So, any questions for me? All right, thank you guys. Any other?
We have to move that. Is that mic all now? Light button on. I think it's getting feedback. Just turn that one off for right now.
I don't know if that solved it or not. Did that take care of it? All right. For sure. But you guys can all hear me well. We'll keep moving forward with old business. George is.
We have a replacement
George
George
is
today.
replaced.
Good morning, my name is John Fisher. I'm here on behalf of George Ballard with the Sheriff's Office. His report was to tell you that our construction manager, Garmon, has taken bids. I don't know if he did it or not. I'm trying to speak louder for it, but, okay. Has taken bids for the demolition of the 48 and 89 jail. Garmon will be creating a spreadsheet and getting all that information together, and George will be getting that to all of you before your next meeting. And that way you can see what the numbers are for the cost of the demolition of both buildings. Thank you.
Well, another update on funding. The governor did suspend the gas sales tax and wheel excise tax. That is a lot of our funding. So taking off of what we had some funding shortfalls before, NDOT also has the shortfalls. They deleted 300 projects earlier this year. It's definitely going to be an issue. Good thing is with our cash balances right now, we can make it through what's going on right now. We're going to have to look into the next year's budget and see if there's going to be cuts to be made there. They did give an update. Not a lot of counties and municipalities jumped on the increase or addition of Low Hut, mostly due to the time of when it needed to be done and the election, the primary election. There's no current legislation being looked at to increase our revenues. We are still seeing decreases of the fuel-efficient vehicles, electric vehicles. There's no talk right now on trying to increase that in any way. The state's still on the stance that everybody has the ability to increase their revenues, and that's what they expect people to do while they're trying to figure out their problems at the state level. I know I've been asked to go speak with Princeton Council about what the whole Low Hut's about and everything. I think I'm doing that Monday evening. I think that has a lot to stem with the unstacking of the wheel taxes for the Low Hut. Prior to last legislative season, if the county had a wheel tax and the city had a wheel tax, people inside that were in the city paid both. They've now unstacked those to where if the city gets a wheel tax and the county has it, they no longer pay the county wheel tax. So I think they're wanting to know what's going on with all that legislation and how that all changed everything. So, problem's still here, it hasn't went away, so I'll just keep giving updates. The suspension of the gas tax is definitely gonna be, we're gonna see that next month. In our next distribution, we'll see decreases in it, so. But let you guys know, this year, our plan is to go forward with our plans, do what we were gonna do, and eat into our cash balances, to cover that for now, so. Any questions on wheel tax? Thank you.
Good morning. I think everybody received this information by email. So at the last meeting, you took action on the fleet rate for the sheriff's department, the mileage rate, and there was some ambiguity as to what was officially approved. I've talked with the sheriff, I've talked with some of you, and I'm asking that you make the rate, which I believe was what the sheriff intended and probably what you intended to coincide with the IRS rate. That's currently 72 cents a mile. You won't need to take further action. If you approve it, the resolution, as you probably saw, will just track the IRS rate. So as the IRS adjusts, then our rate will adjust, what they charge for like escort service.
I'll make a motion that we, I don't know if we're amending or just approving from the amendment because we voted on it last time.
Just a motion to ratify the IRS rate.
Okay, motion to ratify it to the IRS rate,
Thank you.
going forward, period.
Second.
I do have a question.
Yes.
Is there any way that we can set like our own rate for stuff like that, or does it have to be set with?
Yeah, I suppose we can. The state has a rate, but they've not updated it since 2022, and it's probably 20 to 30 cents cheaper than the IRS rate.
Yeah, that's why we went with the IRS rate, but is there a way that for certain things that we can set our own rate for county use vehicles outside of the county?
Well, we've got multiple rates, like we reimburse at a lower rate than IRS, is that correct, for county employees?
49 cents a mile.
Does that address your question, or you?
Like if we wanted to set it at $1,
Okay, for something other than police escort, sheriff's escort?
just for like that, for the amount of miles that are driven outside of the county
Yeah.
for escorts.
He's
Yeah,
asking for escorts.
Yeah.
for escorts, yeah.
Are we maxed out at the
No.
federal
No,
rate?
you could go higher.
We can set it
You could
whatever
set
we
your
want.
rate at whatever you want, yeah, because it's a,
Okay. That's why it's just a question.
yeah.
See how that plays out on covering cost of fuel, maintenance, and vehicles.
Yeah, you can increase it higher than the IRS threshold if you decided to do so.
Everybody good? We have a motion
In a second.
and a second. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you.
Thank you, Deb.
Thank you, Debbie.
Speaker's right behind it.
Any other old business? We'll move on to new business. Mike?
All I'm going to go over with is everyone should have received one of the meeting dates, which you would have received this at the beginning of the year, but nothing has changed on it. This shows the budget meeting schedules, which will be coming up. We've already sent out the budgets. Christie's got those out to all the department heads. We're doing again like we did last year. Tuesday, July 14th will be the all-day meeting right after our regular meeting for department heads to come in and discuss any major changes that they're wanting to make in their budget. And again, this year, I'm using the 10% rule. If they're not increasing a line more than 10%, they don't really have to come in. If they're increasing a line more than 10%, then they will need to sign up, not schedule them to be in on that day. That's really the only thing that I needed to say, just to make sure that everyone was aware of these dates, so you'll be here for them. Do you guys have any questions on it? Okay, thank you. Mm-hmm.
For the departments, where are they due that to you guys?
Where they what?
When are they due, what date?
The 29th, June 29th, we have to have them.
Okay, thank you.
For you tomorrow, but everybody else the 29th.
All right, thank you, Mike. We have an additional appropriation resolution. The local income tax public safety fund request for $30,000 for supplies and $431,771 for capital outlays. And this is to, this is for the local. Okay. For the local distributions of the public safety local income tax. This was discussed at the prior meeting and advertised, I suspect.
Yes.
Ready for a vote.
So moved.
Second. We have a motion and a second. Are there any questions, comments, discussion? If not, move forward with a vote. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed? 7-0. And then we have transfers. 1135 Keene Bridge from equipment operator to salary differential in the amount of $500. And from EMS, regular ambulance supplies into ambulance repairs major, $20,000. Those are personal service and out-of-series transfers. Entertain a motion to approve those. We have a motion from Riley. Is there a second?
I'll second.
We have a second from Schleter. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed? Okay, we also have additional appropriations. Make sure. Pathways to Freedom grant, part-time, $62,400. Pathways to Freedom grant to supplies, $1,832.56. Pathways to Freedom grant to other services and charges, $1,832.56 also. And then from 1170 local income tax, public safety, county share to supplies, $30,000, and from 1170 local income tax, public safety, county share into outdoor warning siren equipment, $431,771. So that's a total of $527,836. So we just approved the other ones. I apologize. So we're just going to do the Pathways to Freedom grant for $62,400, $1,832.56, and $1,832.56.
What is that grant?
What is it?
Yeah,
That is coming from opioid grants going to the sheriff's department.
okay. Just can't spend it until we appropriate it, right?
Yes, that's correct.
Yeah. I'll move to advertise. Or do we need to approve? Are these advertised? We need to
I
approve.
did not advertise it, it's just mine was canceled.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve those transfers from the grant to part-time supplies and other services and charges. Any discussion? Any more questions? All in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed? 7-0. And then we're requesting permission to advertise additional from the 8903 COVID-19 Response Fund into, for supplies in the amount of $1,523. In the notes, it says dormant fund since 2014, use fund and close. 4011 Sheriff's Fleet Maintenance Fund, into vehicle repair and maintenance, $60,000, using cash to help fund vehicle maintenance costs. Health fair donations, 22,000. Supplies, in the amount of $1,894. That's a dormant fund since 2014. They want to use the fund and close. I-69 projects, or pocket of need donations, $129. I-69 projects into professional services, $1,900. County offender transportation, in juvenile transport, $2,500, and inmate transfer, also $2,500. And then motor vehicle, highway, general, and undistributed, is that right? So it doesn't show up, but general, and undistributed, machinery and equipment, $105,001, chip box proceeds from Du Bois County. Total to advertise, $175,447. Did we have an appropriation previously for the sheriff's fleet maintenance fund for maintenance, or is that new? You don't know? Do you know right offhand?
I think that's the fund he gets the money from that we just raised the price on. But he can't spend out of that until we appropriate it into the correct account.
What's your question? Does the fund exist?
I just answered.
I'm just wondering if that's over and above, if we had a line in there.
We do have a line.
In the sheriff's budget that's gone, and now we're adding that.
It was not gone, it just needed one.
So it will be gone, I guess.
Yeah, they're down to very little right now.
Okay.
They're just using it.
Okay. I think that's what you were addressing.
I think the goal is to make the creation one fund that line itself entirely. Right?
That's why I was wondering if that 72 cents is gonna ultimately cover all the expenses that are going into this. And I don't know if it will or not, because I know 32 cents is not.
There's the cash and.
I just wonder if we drop that back, knowing that was here.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
That's what I was asking, yeah.
When we do budgets, that starts to get reduced and pays for what we just did today.
Got it.
I'll make a motion to advertise.
We have a motion to advertise the additional appropriations. Is there a second?
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Does anybody have any questions about these additionals? All in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed? 7-0. Got it. You make a note that we'll make sure we review that at budget.
Correct.
During budgets, okay.
I'm sure Jay will bring it up.
Got it.
I bring up tearing down the jail. He brings that up.
All right. Any other new business? Public comment? Mr. Mickle?
It's on the front.
Sure. Of course, you know I'm Larry Mickle.
Larry, let's try turning your mic at least. We got a lot of feedback coming from your mic.
There we go, there we go. It was that one.
Stand there.
How's that? Is that better?
Yeah. Well, I will stand aside.
Yeah. I made it better.
You want to set it off or what? I'm Larry Mickle, Gibson County taxpayer. These papers I just handed you was presented at the last redevelopment meeting. Bob wasn't able to make it, so I'll give you some highlights of the redevelopment meeting, but as was passed out, the data was provided by Mike Watkins, and it was professionally done. Just give you an idea of what the administration fees have been in the last 4 years of redevelopment. It's pretty substantial. They're probably $500,000 in the last 4 years. So that's just for your information. I had nothing to do with that. I'm still not satisfied with the way things are going. There was no discussion at all for the new TIF district at the last meeting because there wasn't enough data done yet apparently by Baker Tilly. Are still asking for more data. It should have been done before this resolution was even existed. But in other words, like I said at the last meeting, if Toyota would step up, and I hope they're listening, that it would be very advantageous for Toyota as well as the taxpayers. First of all, they would get a deduction on what their needs are on their income tax, and I would assume 25% or something, but I have no idea. And it would also give a huge deduction on their property taxes, because instead of inflating the property taxes, that Toyota would be paying as well. And administration says that Toyota pays the same property taxes as the rest of the taxpayers. So it would decrease their property tax rate possibly 30%. But the biggest advantage of Toyota would be towards their image of all the other taxpayers who pay for their own infrastructure insulation, and yet the taxpayers are asked to pay for Toyota's infrastructure. It's not coming from the taxpayers. Basically, the taxpayers of Gibson County has to replace this valuation fund time for you guys to have budget. So that's why it affects the taxpayers so much. It would really improve the image of Toyota if they would step up and do like the rest of the taxpayers of Gibson County and pay for their own infrastructure. That's the story in a nutshell, but no, nothing happened at the last meeting. Next redevelopment meeting, President Young said would be July the 13th, the second Monday at 6 o'clock. And by that time, they're supposed to have actual figures this time from Baker Tilly, what the impact will be in the next few years. And so that's a report from redevelopment. Thank you.
Thank you, Larry.
Thank you, Larry. With that, we can entertain a motion to adjourn. Is there anybody else here to speak? Just stretching, I believe. Is there a motion to adjourn?
You come to speak, or?
No, I'm just had to stand.
Okay, I'm just making sure before I make a motion. I make a motion.
All right, so I don't know if we need to mark that one dead. Probably need the battery too.
The mic up there?
This one's dead too.
Oh, it is?
It wouldn't work earlier, would it, Mike?
I thought I heard you just